welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made my FESTDRAKT, which is my final project for the sewing course I was going to this fall semester. A FESTDRAKT is an inspiration from the traditional Norwegian clothing called bunad. Here's me in my bunad. This is called a Vestfold bunad. So depending on where you live in the whole of Norway, you kind of have a different type of bunad. They're quite actually different. There are different techniques and different styling and different silhouettes to them. So it's quite a lot of different things you can take inspiration from, so which is amazing. I love that. I'm not going to go into the whole bunad history. If you want me to make a video about that, it's quite interesting actually to look at all the different techniques in the different bunads and how they actually was made and how the origin of many of those bunads came to life. I did a lot of research on bunad for this project, so there's knowledge just stuck in my brain. If you want to know, please let me know. It was so much fun to actually take a deep dive and see and look on all the different bunads. Today I'm showing you how I made my FESTDRAKT, which is then, yes, taking inspiration from bunad. It's become really popular actually here in Norway to make your own FESTDRAKT in the last few years. So it was really fun to actually get to make my own FESTDRAKT. We don't need to talk about the process, let's just jump in. Here's me, I think a month ago. Good morning! It's a new week. I have just worked out with my sister and now I'm getting ready to go to school. Lucky for me, we are starting a little bit later today because we're going to go to a manufacturing place where one of my teachers also works. I'm also going to get feedback on my skirt today, which I'm really excited for because I really want to get that skirt back so I can actually finish it. And right now it's just laying somewhere not finished and it's making me so mad. I'm ready to start the new week. Tomorrow I'm having an exam for analogical digital techniques, which is kind of like the drawing part of the course. I, for the first time, opened Illustrator on Friday. So I've been trying to use that to create the pieces. I'm sorry, my English is not the best in the morning. My brain has not woken up yet. It's like working really hard to translate these sentences. We got the exam for about 2 weeks ago, I think. So it's nothing that shocking. Quite a good amount of time to actually figure out what I was going to do. And I also kind of had an idea before. So the exam is like you're going to design a stage outfit for a specific list of Norwegian artists. And I chose Aurora. Of course, she's my favorite, most listened to artist in like 3 years. And I'm kind of taking inspiration from this painting by Theodor Kittelsen, which is called the Vasstrolle, or the Sea Monster in English. I will probably show you right here the finished result when I'm submitting it tomorrow. Right now it's kind of still halfway done. I'm pretty sure that's the design I'm going for, but I need to figure out the fabric choices and how to make that sustainable, which is a little bit harder than I thought it would be. But I'm having really fun with the course and the sustainability part of it, learning so much about the whole process, manufacturing to finished products. It's quite interesting. Really, I'm going to leave in about half an hour, so hopefully I can get done by that. I will probably not take my camera with me, but I do have my phone, so I'll probably try to vlog on that. So I'll see you at the manufacturer Oslo, I think.
making eyelets for the corset, and I'm hand embroidering them just with some embroidery thread, and I'm using this small embroidery scissors to just poke the holes. They are turning out quite tiny, so I tried it with my string. It's going to be a spiral lacing, so I'm using this velvet kind of string to thread it so it looks really nice just laying on top. I can get it through, but it's very tight and I don't know how to make it any bigger. Meow! That's my sister. She thinks she's a cat. Meow!
I know I'm a cat!
Oh my god!
I'm the best cat in the world.
I think we will bring the camera back down to my work. Welcome to a new week, almost the last few weeks, really the last full week for me, because next week I'm going to Japan. What? And I'm so excited, but it's giving me like 2 weeks less of working time, which means I need to really finish my project within the next Tuesday, which is exactly in a week because today is the Tuesday. So there's a lot of different things I need to get done. So for a final project we are going to make FESTDRAKT, which is an inspiration from the Norwegian traditional clothing called bunad. And I'm having a week to finish it. I also have like half a week when I get home from Japan to do it, but we're going needing to do a presentation about the project, so I thought that I would focus on the presentation for that time. So my project is, it doesn't really have a theme, more that I just saw different kind of inspiration and put them together and kind of worked my design out of that. We definitely have a color theme, which is green, gold, brownish and white, which you can clearly see with my choices of fabrics. So the different kind of components I'm making for this outfit are a skirt. I'm thinking I'm making an overlay skirt and an underskirt, and then there's a shirt or a blouse, and then we need a vest. The assignment really requires only you to make 2 garments, a skirt or trousers or like pants or something, then a top with inserts, arm inserts, so that you can show off that you can also do that. But I'm deciding to make this way much more complicated for me and putting all these different components together. And I also made a pair of stays, which I made last week to go with the outfit. It's not 100% completed, I can still put it on, but I still need to finish hand embroider all these different eyelets. So there's still something to do, and right now I only have the base of my vest done. I finished yesterday at school. It's this side, so it's gonna have like a point and a few darts to make the fit more to me. And also have this kind of outwards thingy majingy. But the problem here is when you start to work on your like main fabrics, you will not get any help from the teachers, so that's kind of scary. But I think my vest is very much completed, so I think I'll start on that today. I'm also trying out some different kind of smoking techniques for the blouse I'm going to be making. So I just like prepared it. I haven't really done the stitches yet, and this is how it's looking like. So I'm thinking I might be finishing this up first just to see how it is. Then we can get over to the fabrics, which is kind of scary because I can't get any help after I started with the fabrics. This is what I managed to do today. I'm really liking the results so far. I think with some embellishment, maybe here around the neckline, it will be perfecto. I have taken some of the skirt fabric with me looks so good. Actually, I need to go home because I'm so hungry. I think this is the last thing for today. Everything's off.
Hey, it's me again. So this is kind of where I stopped filming for the project. I'm sorry, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the piece I just finished, which is this one, the vest. I started with the vest because it was the easiest of them and I knew how I wanted to have it made. So for the pattern we are working out of, it was the fabric FESTDRAKT pattern. So I made firstly a mock-up, if you can see here, of the vest and the shirt. The skirt was just a big rectangle which was folded up, so I didn't need to make a mock-up of that. For the vest, I wanted to redesign the pattern because I didn't really like how it was like going down here. I wanted to have a closure up here and have it spread out instead. So this is what I came up with. I really free-handed the pattern on just a piece of paper, used like the original as a base, but just draw out how I thought it would look. I moved the different kind of darts. There was a big dart in the middle here. I moved it to here. And I also added a dart in the back strap because I wanted it to fit to my body. I also added these flaps down here. I don't know what to call them. I just called flaps. They're kind of like just something sticking out. This was made of thrifted fabric. The outside fabric was just something I found in a thrift store. Inside is actually overskuddslin. How do you say that in English? Yeah, dead stock linen, I guess. Yes, dead stock linen, which I bought a few meters of because I thought I was going to use that for the shirt, but I found some other fabrics for that. For like the armholes here, I made bias tape from the fabric that I had left over, and then I hand sewed it in on the inside here, just because I love the clean finish that hand sewing gives when you use bias tape. So this shirt was also based on Fabric's shirt. I just completely redid it. The only thing I kept the same was the cuffs, which is just a triangle. This was more a mathematical approach to pattern redesign. For their original pattern, it was gathering all around the neck, and I was not a big fan of that. You can see in my mock-ups that the gatherings were just, it didn't really look good. I just wanted a clean like neckline. So I kind of guessed how much they divided everything. I think I was using 1.5 and measured down the distance by 1.5 to get to this. I still wanted it to be a little bit oversized. I think I managed to get it quite normal, but an oversized fit. I also expanded the neckline just by a few centimeters. And for the kind of like gathered layers underneath, I just cut where I wanted the gathering to start. Took that piece and just multiplied it by 2, so it became twice as large. Yeah, use that both on the back and the front. As you can see, it's kind of traveling all through the shirt. The process was pretty similar with the arms. I needed to measure and draw up a new armhole. I guess. And then the process is the same. Found out where I was going to have the ruffle start, cut it off, multiplied by 2, and then I also just kept the cuffs how it is. For the cuffs, you can see that I made a split down here. So I made these ties out of bias tape, which is just really fast, like sewn on here. Not the most clean finish, but if I need to change them out, I can do that really easily. The seams are all French seamed and just a rolled hem on the bottom and at the split opening here. A mistake I kind of made while I made this pattern was that I gave myself no space for mistakes, and there is a mistake in here if you can spot it. It's a construction mistake. Yeah, I sewed in 2 left arms, if you can see it. You can see that's it kind of dragging my shoulder behind a little bit. That's because it's the wrong one. So here's the skirt and how it turned out. As you can see, the front and back are different sizes. That's just took in account for the overlap on the side, so it's actually a closure. That's a closed. I also put in these pants hooks. I don't know what they're called in English, but that was just put there for extra security so they don't suddenly just pop open and I lose my skirt when I'm out and about. And as you can see, the back waistband just have 1 tie because I didn't want to have too many ties to get in and out of. And the front has 2. That's because I wanted to keep more rectangular waistband shape. And I also used a stiffer kind of interfacing to keep the shape more shape, and the back is a little bit more looser. So for the bottom, the whole process of this skirt was actually just trying out stuff and seeing how it will turn out. I had another idea to put like this velvet kind of band around the bottom, which you can see in different kind of bunads. Became a little bit too formal, so I had this lace from a tablecloth that I used for the stays actually. So I had this left over, and luckily it actually was enough for the whole way around. You can also see there's bias tape inside for the hemline, hand sewn down. This is kind of how it looks like on the inside here. I kind of just rolled up this fabric and sewed it on, and that stripe around here is also just a bias tape that I sewed on. It's also hand sewn down. I have one thing left that I submitted for my exam, and it was just this apron. Really simple, had this lace curtain, and you can actually see the top here. This is just the top of the curtain, which I gathered and sewed down on this cotton band, I guess. And as you can see, I just added another layer of ruffles at the end here. The inside is not really like a clean finish, but it wasn't really a part of the requirements for the project, so I just wanted to submit it to have a complete outfit for the day. And that was kind of everything I physically submitted to the teachers and the examinators for my final project, and they really liked it and it went really well. I was really happy with both the presentation and the final results. But there was one piece I wanted to make but I didn't have time to, so I made it just afterwards. And that is this cape, which also have become one of my favorites. So this is inspired by cape, which is cape you wear when you have bunad. But this is made of a wool blanket that I found in a thrift store. And they have these beautiful flowers embroidered on them. And I think it just looked so cute. And I'm really happy, of course, by the results of this. The inside is lined with a curtain. I used the same kind of method of hemming it as I did on the skirt. This is one of my favorite kind of hemmings. This time I tried to use, as you can see, a satin ribbon. It was a little bit more difficult to get clean, but I think it looks okay. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I also added some closures in the front, which are these, which is actually, I ripped it off my Allison dress. Shh, don't tell her. But for these, I will actually use them. It's actually quite warm. I wore it on Saturday when we were taking pictures and I was actually warm. That was everything. I'm kind of sad that it's finished because that means also my sewing course is finished and I don't really know what to do with my free time now. Or I do know, because I am really going in to learning new different kinds of techniques and really perfecting what I want to make and really explore what I can do. It's now been 1 year of me sewing and learning to sew, and this fall semester has been like a skyrocket of learning for me because the course just really showed me all different kinds of things that I didn't even know I needed to know. Now I'm planning to apply to a few different fashion schools to focus more on costume making. I'm really excited for that. The applications will soon open, so I need to start to produce really quite much to actually get it to where I want it. I'm really happy to have found sewing because it's given me like a whole new passion and almost a new way of life, I guess. I'm really happy with everything that I made and I can't wait to wear the different pieces. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know down below. And also subscribe if you want to. I will talk about more sewing here and more historical things, stuff, costumes I can show you. Yeah, thank you so much. See you in the next video. I will probably be posting in the next week. And yeah, bye bye!